in this training is how to create a quiz, or you can modify your quiz. Um, Let me go back to my PowerPoint again, and in my modules already have a quiz or exams, whatever you want to call it, created uh, that you can modify. In Canvas, the term quiz and exam means the same thing. It's just the tools in Canvas is called quizzes. So I'm going to click my quiz. Already require and already modified this quiz to require responders logged on browser and webcam. All you need to do, I'm going to show you more about this. All you need to just click edit. And then I'm going to resize my rich content editor. And the first thing that you will see is the details section. You'll get this warning just because some students already play around and take my quiz and this training in this my course. So you'll get this warning sign just saying that if you modify this, it will affect student responses. You can modify the guidelines. You can definitely change the title, the technical support, and etc. The quiz type is going to be a graded quiz, which is the most common one. There are also different settings that you can use and choose from, which is if you want to make this into practice quiz, a survey, graded survey, or ungraded survey. The most common one is graded quiz or exams. And assignment group, I'm going to put it as quizzes. I'm going to shuffle all the answers. I'm going to put it as time limit 90 minutes. If you allow multiple attempts, this is where you put the settings, and you can keep the score to highest, latest, or average. Canvas will automatically calculate this for you automatically. If you require more than one attempts, this is also where you click it and change to 2, for example. If you don't allow multiple attempts, because this is a high-stake exam, unclick that. So you don't need to click anything. The default is going to be always 1. So if you don't want your students to see the right answers or to check their response after they submit, to check which question they got it wrong, so you can check or uncheck this feature. Let students see their quiz responses. If you plan to show students the correct answers, you can actually show correct. Click this and then show correct answer at certain dates if you want, or hide it, and then also hide it after a certain time. Don't allow this only once or each attempt. There's also a feature where after they submit it, they can look at their quiz responses or exam responses only once. After they move out of their modules or quizzes, they can't go back in. They can go back in, but they are not going to be able to see their quiz responses again. So show one question at a time. I've seen some faculty likes to enable this, where you only show your students to look at one question at a time. Enable that if you want. Require access code if you want to put a password in your quiz. Feel free to put the password. And filter IP address. You don't need to worry about this. And assign to everyone. If you want to assign to everyone or only certain students, put a due date. Always a best practice to put a due date, especially for quizzes and exams. And this is where you can use. I've seen majority of the faculty that you use the available from and until section because they want to make it available only for 2 hours on a certain date. For example, you can put in the date and the until date in here and the time here, and then click done. And again, if you have students with disability, you can put them and you can assign them to a different date, assignment due date, or you can extend the available from and until date. to a more, instead of 2 hours, maybe 3 hours or so. And after you're done, always good idea to click save. And then, but I'm not going to do that right now because I have not finished talking about the quizzes. Now, this is where you put all the quiz details or your exam details. The next thing that you want to do is actually go to questions. This is where you can actually create your questions. Already have some of questions created in this exam or quiz. To add brand new questions, all you need to just click this add new questions, and then I'm going to label it as question number 4. And by clicking this drop-down menu, you'll see a lot of different varieties, quiz questions varieties. It can be multiple choice, which is the most common, true and false, fill in the blank, multiple answers, matching, formula questions, essay questions. You can also require your students to actually submit a file upload if you want. Or if you want to put a formula, a cheat sheet that students can use throughout the exam or quizzes, you can put text no questions and upload your cheat sheet, your formula in the text no question feature, using the text no question feature. This is where you put your question in this text box in the rich content editor. You can put in as, what is my favorite animal? Oops, I can't spell favorite animal, let's say. And then you can put in dog, cat, cow, maybe a horse, and you can change the possible answers. Whenever you see the arrow correct answers, you can change the correct answers. Now horse, and you can also put the feedback if you want. If they got it correctly, you can put the feedback of good job, for example, and then for if they got it wrong, you can put the feedback of try again. So anything in red, and so on. If you have, I'm going to update the questions now. Before you click save, always don't forget to click update the questions at the end. If you want to create another answer choice, instead of just A, B, C, and D, I can add another answer choices here and put in one more answer choices as turtle, maybe. And then always update the questions. And we'll have a different training again on how you can use responders to upload your exam questions, and also creating a question banks. That will be a separate training. You can also, if you have questions that are less than 25, you can actually show question details where you can make sure that all your answer choices are correct. And after this, I'm going to click save. Now it should be saved. Usually it takes a while to save the questions. If it takes a while, don't worry about it. All you need to do is just click refresh, and then make sure that you already have your questions created in here, because you already updated the questions. It will still save the question. I'm going to click save again. Save. There we go. And then as a best practice, always preview the questions before you publish it. As this quiz has already been published and students already took my quizzes, I cannot unpublish it, but always preview it, make sure that it looks correct, and then you can try it and make sure that in submit quizzes, to make sure that you get full score. And then that's it. I'm going to click back. And there will be a different training where we can talk more about how you can enable responders lockdown browser and different LTIs that are available for you in Canvas. And if you have any questions, you can put actually a ticket and send it to aihelp@tamu.edu. I thank you all for coming to this session.